people who was here had received a rousing reception, and they were very impressed by that. What we're here today for is to show you the kind of reception that Senator John McCain has in the House of Representatives. I have the easy part now of introducing the most important figure on the McCain team, at least to us in the House, and that is the Speaker of the House, who will explain why and how impressed we are with the support that John McCain has.
Thank you all very much for coming and being here today. There's been a lot of presidential activity going on in South Carolina over the last several months, particularly a lot lately. On the Republican side, there are a number of potential fine candidates who have emerged, and politically the safe thing to do in primaries is always to remain neutral, especially in contests between fellow Republicans. But this year we couldn't do that. There's too much at stake. And as citizens and as parents, we felt a strong obligation to put politics aside and do the right thing for our country and focus on who we think ought to be the next president of the United States. It's for that reason that we stand here today, and we all urge Senator John McCain to seek the office of the presidency of the United States. Our nation needs a leader who is qualified to win the war against global terror, reduce government spending, reform the broken power structure in Washington, and reconnect government to the faith and trust of the American people. John McCain is committed to conservative values and has never wavered from his commitment to the conservative principles of Ronald Reagan. This is a history-making moment for presidential politics. We have united here today as a group to put our support behind a great America. This incredible show of support shows just how important we believe the next presidential election will be. So important that a majority of the members of the House Republican Caucus have joined together to help make Senator McCain President McCain. I believe John McCain can inspire a nation. By his own example, he can inspire all of us to serve a cause greater than ourselves. And that's what the presidential election of 2008 is all about. The folks standing behind me are among the members of the House Republican Caucus who have committed to support Senator McCain to become the president and represent a majority of the House Republican Caucus. We have 40 members of the caucus who have signed on to Senator McCain's campaign, and we'll be releasing a list of those names to you here at the conclusion of the press conference. Excuse me. And thank you, Doug. And to continue the conversation, I would invite Speaker Pro Tem of the House of Representatives, also on the Senator McCain team, who is out of breath because he was headed across the way to make some remarks.
Well, I'm sure Senator McCain would appreciate the fact that I forgot about it. And I was on my way to lunch with Baptist. But I wanted to say real quick a couple of things that I thought were important points to make. Some people refer to Senator McCain as a maverick. Now, where I come from, that's not a bad thing. But somehow, people have started interpreting that in a way that maybe isn't good. Let me tell you something. I call Senator McCain a true reformer who has courageously fought to restore integrity to a political system that badly needs it. He's led the way to end wasteful spending practices in Washington. He's been a consistent champion for something that I strongly believe in, and I think everybody behind me does, and that's fiscal responsibility. More important, he's a strong family man. He's got those values that our country so badly needs. He also believes in something that I think has been forgotten in this country, and that's states' rights. And I mean, states' rights are very important today as we see more and more power involved in the federal government. And our country faces some pretty troubling times. There's not anybody here that doesn't read the newspaper or listen to the news every night and believe that things are bad. It may be. But I can tell you this. If I have to put my confidence in somebody, it's going to be Senator McCain. Because I think he's the most qualified to lead the country in this war that they call the war on global terrorism. Make no mistake, this isn't about political ambitions of anybody as far as I'm concerned. This is about my children, your children, our children, and their future. We've got to stop thinking about now and start thinking about the future. I believe Senator McCain represents that. because he puts our nation's interests first and above his